Yesterday, welcome back. Yesterday, U.S. Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. announced he's firing all of the members of the CDC's Vaccine Advisory Committee. He says he's doing it to restore public trust in vaccines. But I kind of feel like he might have been one of the loudest voices. They're calling them vaccine skeptics. Okay? What's going on here? I mean, these folks can't. They can make better money elsewhere. They're doing this.
My question is, why does this guy love measles so much?
Yeah.
Most guys his age.
Because it starts with me.
He's honestly probably vaccinated, so.
He's also,
and his kids are,
all of his children have been vaccinated, he said. He has vaccinated his children.
Yeah.
But your children, too bad about them.
That's the hypocrisy of it. And if you think about it, you know, he's saying it's not going to degrade the federal government as a trusted source on vaccines. That's simply not true. But I think people need to, again, look at the big picture here. What is going to happen is people are going to, millions of people can lose access to vaccines now because you will have to pay for them if they're not recommended. And children will be at greater risk of diseases we haven't faced in decades. As of last year, mostly unvaccinated children, 241 have died of flu-related illnesses, the most for a non-pandemic.
Well, this highlights why the Senate confirmation hearing is so important. Senator Cassidy, who's a medical doctor, was skeptical of RFK and then eventually ended up voting for him, but said Kennedy promised him, quote, he would maintain the CDC's advisory committee on immunization practices without changes.
So he lied.
So that was a lie. And what Sonny's saying is so important because some people say, as long as he's not taking away my vaccines, the problem is if this is not the recommendation, the insurance companies won't pay for them. So it becomes a problem where you're going to see a lot of these breakouts that aren't just by people choosing to be unvaccinated.
You know, the average person is not a doctor. We're not doctors. We need help in making these decisions from experts.
But my frustration with RFK, is manyfold, but it's what his supporters told you, which is if you care about additives in your food and all these processed things, you have to support him, as if there's no medical doctor who is better equipped to be able to make those recommendations. And then on the issue of vaccines, the issue on the right was always, well, I want to be able to make my own choice. But by removing this panel and potential research and development to other vaccines, you're taking the choice away from those of us who do want to get vaccinated. You're potentially taking research and science away from us that we want access to. So it's completely contradictory.
Well, it's all about taking your choices away. It's about, we're going to tell you what you can do with you and your family. We want to be in charge, except, of course, when we don't want to be. And we're going to leave it up to the states, except when we don't like it.